is in Newcastle's starting lineup. Les Ferdinand, who scored at the second then and the killer third, now arrives with the Spurs team, who boast only 2 victories, having scored just 1 goal in their last 5 Premiership games. But overall, they're unbeaten in 5. So much for truth and statistics. Their team was to be that which won at Carlisle in midweek in the Coca-Cola Cup. But John Scales is struggling with a car problem and has been replaced at the very last minute by the club captain, Gary Mabbutt. And another in the lineup hoping for a happy return is Rule Fox, whom Kevin Keegan bought and sold. Man in charge always has a long journey to make, but this is one of the longest. He comes from East Lou in Cornwall, Martin Bodnam. So away we go. Spurs having ditched the yellow stripe, which didn't serve them too well, and early boos for Ginola, you'll note. They've reverted Spurs to the white strip they usually use in Europe. It's a bright afternoon, half the pitch in sunshine, half in shadow. Not the easiest for goalkeepers too, because the contrast is right down the centre of the goal as Walker moves from sunshine into shadow. First climb. This is Fox. And Ferdinand. Got up well, good powerful header, Les Ferdinand. 50 goals he scored for Newcastle in a couple of seasons. Against Clements, with whom the referee has a passing word. Warren Barton. It's much more attacking licence these days. Enjoying life in the midfield. Here's Watson on the right. Ginola to take on. Doesn't make a clean tackle. Out by Campbell. Barton. Thomason wants it in line with the near post. Watson, inside and outside car. Rush, Hotspur. Challenge was timely by Campbell. One hopes that that will be said many times next week, or as many times as necessary next week in Rome. Got some canny stuff from Ian Rush at the back heel. Hotspur thought he was there. Campbell got there first, and the ricochet came off Hotspur. Harry. Good ball by Barnes. Batty, rush far post, good block, Mabbutt. Hotspur. Oof. No, says the referee. Hotspur looks up in disbelief. No penalty given. It's a lovely expression. Oh, come on, has to be. Sorry, Mr. Bodnam, but had to be. If you were sitting up where our cameras are, you would certainly have given the penalty. Vega. Hotspur, what a good ball from Barnes, good strike too. But it spun kindly for Walker after he'd got body behind the ball. But the best part of that really was the pass from Barnes to Beauty. Ferdinand, appeal for handball not given. Ginola, Clements, Fox, best promise for Spurs yet. Ginola was hoping Harry got in the way for him. Clements. Offside Ferdinand. Good save anyway. It's the best in attacking style we've seen from Spurs. The first time that Shay Given Must have felt there was a threat. Good stop he made, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. Armstrong. Nobody in the middle. Oh! Not quite the return that Steve Harry would have been anticipating. Came so close to one of the daftest own goals of the season. There with the corner. And a bit of push and shove in the middle. And Harry and Shay Given discussing the point. Up to that point, I was just thinking that Steve Harry has settled back in as though he'd never been away. And one has to remember that he was in consideration for England at the time when he was so hit by a sequence of injuries. Hotspur with a fair amount of room. The shot was from about 22 yards. Thomason finally receives. Batty. Beresford. Goal kick. It's a blank score sheet at half-time. Not exactly a welcome for David Ginola. Towards the end of the half, he seemed to be getting to grips with the whole thing. And Steve Howe, has to be said, came closest to scoring with that little header back to Shay Given that was just wide of the post. A bit disappointing, really, compared with last year. But Spurs won't be complaining. Half-time, it's Newcastle 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Well, in spite of last season, the record shows that Newcastle have only had 6 successes against Spurs here in the last 30 matches since 1951. First test, if such it can be called, for Ian Walker in the second half. Sure, there was a fair bit of debate about the penalty not given in the Newcastle dressing room at half-time, but they didn't threaten as much as Kenny Dalglish would wish, I'm sure. Beresford. Penny for your thoughts. Peacock. Gets it eventually. Nice thigh trap by Barton. Thomason. Great appeals, but certainly not this time. Tried to turn very sharply then, Thomason. And if anything, he would have got an obstruction verdict from the referee, but he didn't even get that. Hotspur. And still. And still. Oh, tried. Thomason trying to turn in. Actually lost his feet. It was outside, and if anything, it was obstruction. The referee decided it was nothing. Hotspur has been looking for a goal all afternoon. He can go either way, shoot with either foot. And he wasn't too far away. Walker wouldn't have made it. Batty. Beresford. Header by Steve Carr. Got into the Republic of Ireland squad for the match against Romania. 3 in the box. 2 about to threaten on the edge of it. Walker gets his hands there first, puts the ball out for a corner, appeals for a goal kick. Corner's been given. Peacock goes back to his former position. Ferdinand, huge leap again, landed fairly kindly. Hotspur. Over the top from Ian Rush. Ian Rush, who hasn't scored since January, playing for Leeds against Leicester. It's the 17th game since. But he's looked as keen as ever. Shooting chance. Hotspur. Beresford. Out by Vega. Beresford shot coming off Campbell. Rule Fox. Dominguez. Still Dominguez. And referee says no. We've had enough appeals in this one. Very difficult one to call because Dominguez is so small. And he was sort of under the challenge as he's almost bound to be. But Hotspur. It's well read by Vega, or would have been. He got to the right place, just didn't take the ball. Hotspur's got 2 up to help. Rush didn't make contact. Have you ever thought it's not going to be your day? He wasn't too far away, Rush, from getting a touch. Vega seemed to have done it all right and then did it all wrong. But how close did Rush get to this? Not as close as it looked at first time of watching. Barnes. Into the last quarter of an hour. Newcastle 0, Spurs 0. He's doing a good job. Difficult bounce. Finally, Vega takes control of it. It's a corner. Applause, and deserved applause for the kicker, Hotspur, and all bar 3 in attacking positions. Here's Peacock at the back. Barnes. Barton. Oh, off the crossbar. Had cleared Ian Walker's hand and rose high off the crossbar. A little smile from the goalkeeper. One of his trusty friends saved him. These words from Jerry Francis. Barnes. Watson. Good tip over. from a rasping shot. Again, it's a shot from outside the box. He's defended well, Les Ferdinand. Kenny Dalglish wanted this match postponed for another 24 hours, which seemed a reasonable shout. Probably feels that even more now, if that's possible. Just got a bit of it. Again, Beresford was the back man. Corner. Hotspur to take. Out by Campbell. Batty, good save, Barton! Well, there finally came a shot from within the 6-yard box. Batty's from far greater distance came through the crowd. 13th corner by my reckoning. It's a good save, but Barton from close range finally gives Newcastle what they've been seeking all afternoon and spoils Tottenham's day. Warren Barton's second goal of the season, and he'll be the toast of many in Newcastle this evening. Dominguez, Armstrong, real chance. Two got to him. Dominguez appeals for a penalty. Just get it up the other end. Here's Rush. Goal in the 89th minute by Warren Barton decides the day. Hotspur gets the award of man of the match, and deservedly so. Newcastle, who really ought to have had a penalty early on, in the end come away with all 3 points in spite of the rearguard performance by Tottenham Hotspur. Rather different from last year, but one goal worth the 3 points, and a nice touch then. Hotspur and Les Ferdinand, who was treated in a rather more friendly fashion than was David Ginola, who incidentally was substituted because of an injury. Final score, Newcastle, who wanted to delay the match until tomorrow, do get the 3 points in spite of the long journey back from Kiev. Newcastle United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
The most important thing is that we didn't look as if we were going to lose a goal. And if you're not going to lose a goal, the amount of pressure we were putting Tottenham under, there's always a chance you're going to get a goal. And we stuck at it right to the end, and I think really we were well worthy of the victory. In the end, Tottenham made it very hard for us. It's supposed to be 1 or 2 problems there. Well, I never saw any of them today, and it's a credit to them the way they played. I think the way that we went about our job was really pleasing for us.
That's our second defeat in 10 games, but the biggest problem has been we've been drawing them, and scoring goals has been a bit of a problem. I mean, what we're suffering from at the moment is obviously lack of midfield players, drastically really. We've got David Howes out and Darren Anderson out, and we've been looking constantly for midfield players over the last few months, and obviously we're hoping that we can do something in that respect.
You missed the 7-1 last year, didn't you?
I did. I had a touch of flu, but I think the lads done well without me. It was never going to be like that again.